Hello Seaside Artists and welcome back to your virtual art room. Today we'll introduce our second artist study of the quarter. We will be learning all about fascinating colorist Alma Thomas, whose brightly designed work was inspired by all the beauty she observed in nature. Alma Thomas has become one of the most celebrated abstract expressionist painters of the 20th century. As an African American woman, she has also contributed to many firsts in the world of fine arts. Her perspective and artwork challenge the way we look at everyday nature and the celebration of human achievement. Alma was born in 1891 in Columbus, Georgia. When she was young, her family moved to Washington, D.C., where she spent most of her childhood. After graduating from a technical high school, Alma enrolled at Howard University, a historically all-black university in Washington, D.C., where she became the first graduate of their fine arts degree program. From a young age, Alma had expressed interest in the arts, and after graduating, she became an art teacher with the DC public school system. Alma worked as an art teacher for 38 years, and it wasn't until she retired from teaching that she began focusing on her own art. Alma can be described as an expressionist or a colorist painter. She closely observed the world around her, and her art depicts her translation of what she saw. Alma painted with acrylic paint on canvas and used colors and directional lines to capture the life and rhythm she found in nature and science. Alma was particularly inspired by trees and flowers, painting abstract variations using broad brushstrokes and exploring how elements such as sunlight, weather, and the time of day changed how nature looked. Despite having grown up during the time of segregation and experiencing many historical moments throughout the civil rights movement, Alma Thomas largely did not focus her paintings on political or social events. She said in an interview, "Through color, I have sought to concentrate on beauty and happiness rather than on man's inhumanity to man." In 1963, she and friends joined the March on Washington, where Martin Luther King Jr. made his I Have a Dream speech to advocate for jobs and freedoms for Black Americans. That experience moved her to paint one of her most remembered pieces titled March on Washington, which abstracts the crowd of supporters holding signs and marching peacefully. Eventually, this painting was selected to become a U.S. postage stamp. U.S. space exploration and Neil Armstrong's space landing in 1969 captured the attention of the public as well as Alma's interest in nature beyond Earth. Several of her pieces depict the Apollo 11 and 12 missions, including her pieces titled Splashdown, Blastoff, and Mars Dust. Alma's focus on these historical space missions earned her an exhibit in the Whitney Museum in New York City, making her the first African American woman to have a solo collection shown there. In an interview with the New York Times in 1972, Thomas remembered her childhood during segregation, stating, "One of the things we couldn't do was go into museums, yet alone think of hanging our pictures there. My, times have changed. Just look at me now." Alma's artwork grew in popularity over the rest of the 20th century. Before she died in 1978, several other museums added her work to their collections. In 2015, President Obama added her bright piece titled Resurrection to the White House's Fine Art collection, hanging it in the formal dining room. Having never married or had children, the majority of her life's work was donated to the American Art Archives, so her work will forever be accessible to the public. Alma Thomas is remembered not only as a pioneer for women artists of color, but also as a wonderful colorist and expressionist who painted the natural beauty of the world as she saw it. Students in grades K through 1 have a discussion with a grown-up or a sibling about what you notice in Alma Thomas's paintings. What stands out to you? Do her paintings remind you of something that you might find in nature? Why or why not? Students in grades 2 through 5, please complete the Google form response by clicking on the link above. I look forward to hearing all your thoughts on our new artists. Have a great day!